my boy Nick Rada has been making some waves lately. And I don't really know how to decipher what I'm seeing. Because, I've been friends with the guy for a long time. And you're all aware that he went through some crazy stuff. A lot of it was his own doing. We kind of understand the whole premise behind the Rekieta drama at this point. But what he did was he kind of laid low and he didn't talk to anybody, which was a pretty good thing to do. I think everybody can agree. But lately, he has taken to Twitter. And he's like, you know what, Twitter, you're my bitch now. And he started going ham at people. And it seems pretty strange. And I don't really know what happened, And also, I have my theories. And I'm going to jump into the biggest one of all. Okay, we're going to jump right into the biggest, spiciest damn tweet of all. And you tell me what you think. And if you think this is accurate, is this the Rekieta we know and love? So right here, you can see Andy Warski tweets, I just hit my 1 year of sobriety today. It's wild that last year I put down the bottle and got my life together. It's been insane to see the changes in my life since I made that decision. I'm the happiest I've ever been. Here is to another year. Now, for some odd reason, sobriety is a good thing. I think we can all agree sobriety is a good thing. Right? Hey, congratulations. It's great. Now, look, I don't get congratulated on 34 years of sobriety, but that's fine. It's actually only been a week, but it's fine. Don't worry about it. But for some reason, something possessed Nick Rada to quote tweet it and say, I hope you die from it. Now, look, on the surface, this is hyper fucked. Like, what is it? Is he jealous of the sobriety? Or does he just hate Andy Warski, which is likely the case, maybe? Or maybe it's a little deeper. And here is my theory. I'm going to give you my theory, which is worth nothing. Here's my theory. My theory is Nick, no matter what he kind of does, if he's nice, in between, or says nothing, he kind of receives the same backlash. Or maybe he perceives it that way, right? I wouldn't entirely agree. So I think what he's doing here is scorch earth. I think he is 100% just F everybody, hope you all die, to like almost as an outrage farm, maybe, or maybe negative publicity is still publicity. Maybe something like that. Now, this, I could be completely wrong, but that's my theory. Okay. That's my theory. Because I tend to think Nick's a pretty smart dude, so I can't really fathom the wishing death on somebody route, even if you don't like somebody. Look, there's plenty of people online I do not like, but I don't want them to die, okay? I don't want anyone on this planet to die within reason. Obviously, there's some people that if I knew them, they're probably pretty abhorrent. Now, look, people go really, really hard. People go really, really hard. And Nick gets completely ratioed in every single comment times like a billion. Like Tony Hotfingers, and there's people in here that actually are concerned, like me. I think we can all agree. Tony Hotfinger says, not a good look. And then Nick responds, I'm not worried about a look. I'm worried about honesty. I don't know what that means. Is he saying he's being honest that he wants Warski dead? I'm like, it's kind of weird. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of confused. And also it goes to be said, how do you die from sobriety? Anyways, that was like my first thought. Like, how do you die from sobriety? Epperson said, you're such a pathetic piece of shite, Nick. Stay absolutely thick and miserable and alone in your kitchen with your sad little streams. No one will miss you when you're gone. Now, I gotta... Nick did not really respond to this one. This one's pretty brutal. And he just says, okay. Now, you're going to find in this thread that people start wishing death back on Nick. And Nick shows weird, offing, well, no, what's the term? Unaliving yourself tendencies. Which goes along with my theory of burning it all to the ground, right? This person says your children will read all 7,000 pages of your Kiwi Farms thread. Nick says, good, they'll know their father. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? They'll know him how? Doesn't respond again. Very interesting. Probably the only way they'll get another father, sadly. Damn. That's fucked. That's fucked. Now, look, here's another theory, and I'm just going to give you a theory. It's theory hour. It's Cody theory hour. Are you ready for the Cody theory hour? Everybody, welcome Cody to the stage for the Cody theory hour. So here's my theory, and I'm probably wrong. I'm likely wrong, actually. Maybe Nick is looking at a plea deal that it's going to list him as a felon, which means he can't practice, obviously, as far as my knowledge. And you can't really do anything unless be a garbage man at Walmart or something. Maybe. I don't even know them, or that's my most likely thought. The other deal is jail time and this plea deal that he may be looking at. And maybe that's like put him in a headset or mind frame where he's like, you know what? Fuck all these people. I hope they all die. Right? The third theory is maybe it's drugs, alcohol. Right? So, a lot of things can be said about it. This person says, Rekieta, you gave your 9-year-old cocaine. Stop. Nick says, absolutely never did. And then there's some people elaborating on this. Somebody says, if you release the body cam footage, we can see the cops planting the coke in your daughter's hair, Nick. Why don't you want to get down to the truth? And he says, fuck off, nerd. I still hold the opinion that test is likely bogus. Right? I still kind of hold that opinion. Because Nick, maybe he's made some mistakes, right? I don't foresee him giving his 9-year-old cocaine. And I've talked to him. And I can kind of hear when Nick's kind of fudging with some truth, in his voice. That's not one of them, right? Now I could be completely wrong. But hey, what do you think? Anyways, let's continue because we're going down the rabbit hole of the Rekieta hole, if you will. This person says, die from sobriety? No, Nick. You're thinking of cold turkey withdrawals for some reason. Nick just says nope. So Nick's not super clever on most of these. The problem is this. I don't know if Nick is joking with a buddy or jabbing an asshole. The eternal question. I will say another good theory. Maybe he's just joking with Warski. But I know he dislikes Warski. I think that's common knowledge. And the joke's not very good. I hope you die. That's not really a good joke. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a bad joke. I'm going to be completely transparent with you. Kind of a bad joke. But there's so much more. But wait, there's more. That's not how sobriety works. Somebody says, God, this one's brutal too. This says, enjoy prison, you cuck. You couldn't swallow your pride and shut the fuck up, and now you're going to jail. At least you have the opportunity to find more black bulls to wreck your wife. Jesus Lord, I tell you. This one is so cringe, man. God, it hurts me. It hurts me. It says, go put your pee-pee in that walking yeast infection of a mistress and shut the hell up, idiot. Brutal, right? Nick responds, not a good way to shut up, to be honest. Which implies that she'll be making noise because he's just so talented. And and that might not be what he meant. I don't know. That's how I read into it. But I've always thought, and this is nothing against anybody, but I've always thought people that brag about banging and having giant peepees are so cringe. I can't help it, man. I can't help it. It feels like 2004 when people were like, yeah, my penis is huge, bro. Somebody says, are you enjoying life, Nick? He says, I'm about to. Now, why does he say this? Is he about to die? Oh, look, April commented and said that's the spirit. April is his mistress, by the way. Or his girlfriend. He said that on his recent stream. I don't think that's really news to anybody. I think that's great, dude. That's cool. If you're in the position where you can have like a wife and a girlfriend, like that's pretty cool, I guess. New Orleans lady says, "What the hell? Hoping someone dies?" ? And Nick says, "Only when they earn it." Here's what I'm gathering from this whole situation, and I'm sure you're coming to the same conclusion, dear viewer. If you wrong Nick in this way, at this point in his life, he just hopes you die, I guess, right? So you earn death by making fun of him. Now, I will say this, and this is just me. I used to have hate channels out the ass when I first started growing on YouTube. And they every day, dude, there was like 5 channels that made videos about me every day. And I never cared. I never, ever cared. People on Discord would send me, oh, dude, this guy made a video about you. And I'm like, dude, I don't care. Who cares? They're allowed to do that. I don't really care. I'm focusing on myself. Right. And they stopped making videos on me because they saw that I didn't care. You know, they saw that I was like, oh, this guy just doesn't give a fuck. They're doing it so they can get a reaction. And Nick's giving them that reaction right now. You know, that's why they're going so hard, in my opinion. Okay, here, let me lay it out for you. I think Nick is a good dude. He's a solid dude. And when it comes to like knowing him in real life, he's an honest dude. I just think he has dropped down a spiral. He fell victim to the rock star lifestyle. And now he's just fucking in a pickle. And he's just lashing out, doing whatever he thinks he should do to, I guess, survive. And I disagree with most of it, right? But I don't think Nick's a abhorrent person. You know, I've known him for years. You don't just start being abhorrent, you know, overnight. And I could be wrong. I could be a naive, dumb bastard, which is likely true. But still, you know, I don't write people off that fast. Although, you know, it's been pretty wild. It's been pretty wild. And when I read the whole unalive yourself tweet, I was like, damn, dude, that's you just put another one out there. You make it harder for me, baby. Come on. This person fat staff says, I hope you die from just living. Rekieta says, that's the spirit. Me too. So this is the unaliving yourself kind of tendency thing, right? This is the whole I want to die. Now, look, I have also seen random tweets here and there that Nick's claiming that as well, battling through that. Now, and I'm sure that that's a real thing. You know, he's battling through, you know, like not wanting to live because he's facing some pretty crazy shit right now. But what I find the most interesting about this whole debacle, guys, this whole debacle, okay, is this. Nick, this is what I thought was like redonkulous. And I will say this 100%. So he was, you know, wishing people death on Twitter and going, you know, attacking a lot of people, and then immediately launches a local stream saying, let's hit a little sermon, Psalms 3 and 24 or 23 and 24. And I don't even know what to say. I hope you die. By the way, don't miss my sermon later. What? What? I'm so confused, man. That's what I thought. I literally audibly laughed when I saw that. I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do you mean?